St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. Good afternoon, St. Martin. How you doing? And good afternoon and good morning, good evening to our SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business, with your host, Mr. Brian Barry, alongside your co-host, Mr. Julian Rolox Jr. Call up a friend, call up a family member, and tell them to tune in. The boys are on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Tune in to SOS Radio 95.9 FM right now. Before we get started with another interesting program, let's shout out to all our great sponsors that we have. We'd like to thank, of course, the Aki Supermarket, located right there on the Illage Road. For all your grocery shopping needs today, go and visit the Aki Supermarket. Then we have right there on the Illage Road as well, Los Mejores Barbershop. For the ladies as well, for the men, if you want a fresh cut, go and visit the Los Mejores Barbershop today. Then if you're thinking movies, think the Video Block in French Quarter for all the latest movies. Loaded on your USB, your hard drive, or you get them on DVD as well. The Video Block in French Quarter. Then if you're looking for food, we have Jerky's. Jerky's right there on the Illage Road, Jerky Tiki Hut, for some great tasting barbecue, some great Johnny cake, some great chicken and some ribs. Then we have Jerky's on the Plaza Casino as well, so don't forget them there as well. And also we have Fat Boy Jimmy right there on the Pondfield. Thank you, Fat Boy Jimmy, for some great tasting food. And not forgetting GEBE, our water and electricity company. Thank you so much for your continued support. And we also have J&J Properties for all your apartments or commercial spaces. Give them a call today at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties, 588-1216. And last but not least, we'd like to thank the Bold Chance Electronics Store, located right there on Front Street. For all your electronic needs today, go and visit the Bold Chance Electronics Store. Thank you to all our great sponsors. Good afternoon, Brother Rolox. What's happening?
Brian Barry, how you doing, man? How you doing this morning?
Not a blessed day.
Boy, I have a little cold there, but you know, I still fight out to come out of the house, you know, this morning here, boy. I fight it down.
The weather.
Yeah, the weather, you know,
Okay.
you know, when you're on the run,
Yes.
that rain won't catch you.
You get wet?
Yeah, that
Wow.
rain won't catch you.
Wow.
Someday I pass, I see a vehicle outside, I say, boy, Brian, hitting the gym.
Hitting it, yeah, man.
boy,
Gotta get
the
in
morning,
that hour.
Yeah, in the morning time, you gotta do a little thing. At least that hour, you
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes,
feel
sir.
good, you know, Monday back at it again.
Of course.
You know, every Sunday, bro, we back again. SOS Radio, thanks a lot. You know, I'm happy to have you too, Brian. You know, appreciate it. Every week you come on the radio, you know, we do our thing. How's business, bro?
Business is rolling on.
Yeah, you know,
Moving
we
on,
give thanks.
moving on.
We give
Give
thanks.
thanks for that.
I see you was broadcasting a new DVD you got there.
Yeah,
Tell the people about
the
it, man.
movie everybody been killing me for.
Yeah.
Every day, every minute, 10, 20 people gotta ask for Black Panther. So now it's there.
Now it's there.
Now
So,
available at the Video
you
Block.
tell the people
Good
that
quality.
it's there now.
Yes.
Yeah. I see why that movie is the hit is now, man, you know, and now they're trying to make all kind of things to keep him going,
Yeah.
making money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, another interesting program we have
Yes,
today.
we have some special
You know,
guests in the house.
As the people of St. Martin know, we talk about business, you know, we support small businesses. You know, I run a business, I have my own business, Brian also runs his business, you know, so we support businesses. If you have a business, you can always come on our program and motivate others to have their own business.
Yep,
you know,
because small businesses is the backbone of the economy.
Exactly. Small businesses to businesses, grown, middle size, all of them, you know, they support our economy.
Yep.
You know, without no business, there's no jobs.
Absolutely
or
right.
wrong? So I would like to say, Mr. Darren Wilson, how are you doing today, brother?
Doing well, Mr. Relax.
How you doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah, you doing
Doing
good?
good, Mr. Barry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank
We're
you
happy
for
to
having me.
we're happy to
My
have
pleasure.
you. You know, I see my brother, you have a business here, and I did use of your services. You know, and I always see you guys on the run, so I really like to see that. You know, especially couples moving forward. You know, I would like to say hi to your wife, also wife, right?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Legal being.
Yeah.
Legal being.
All right, great.
I'm his own wife, he's my own husband.
Awesome.
Okay. So you
afternoon.
can say hi to the people of St. Martin.
Okay, so hi St. Martin. It's a great pleasure to be here on Strictly Business. So I don't think we'll only talk about Strictly Business because from the vibes I'm getting already, I think we're gonna dive into a lot of different things. But I'm up for the challenge and let's do it.
Okay. Darren, I would like you to tell us a little bit about your background, yourself, and of your business, and then your wife can come in also. she can also
Okay.
take it. You know?
No worries. Well, first of all, thank you again for having us on the program. We appreciate it. And we always cherish and take advantage of opportunities to speak about topics such as these, because it's not something that is spoken of a lot.
Yeah.
And it's something that's not taught as much as it should be. So we thank you for the opportunity to come and share.
Yeah.
Darren Wilson,
Yeah.
born and bred right here in St. Martin, son of the soil.
Okay.
Went to school, got a degree in aviation management, and came back and began working at the airport.
You did that in Holland or?
No, in the US.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
That's plane, right? Flying
yeah,
planes,
aviation,
or-
the entire industry of
Okay.
aviation, yeah. And then at one point in time, I had a thought, and I shared it with her about this business, this idea, because at that time I had a black Ford Explorer, and it was a gas guzzler, and I was like, something, I can't keep putting $100 worth of gas in this thing every week,
Yeah.
and I ain't getting nothing out of it.
Okay.
So the idea was, how can I make money using this vehicle?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the idea for career service came up. Actually, it began as just wanting to haul cement and stuff like that for people in the back, because it was a big trunk. And the idea evolved and it became Quick Q. This was like 2-3 years ago. But because I was working, I never really pushed it.
Right.
Where were you working?
I was working at the
At the
airport.
airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never really pushed it. And then Irma hit, and that was when we decided the opportunity presented itself. Because unfortunately, like a few others, the airport had to let go some people. Just like some other companies did that to cut expenses, save expenses. And I was at that point, and I was like, something. What we can do now, because you have a family, you have a son, paying a mortgage, and have a family to take care of, and these things like that. And I began to become a bit overwhelmed with the entire situation. And I'll never forget, it was a weekend. I don't even think she remembered this, but I was dropping her to work on a Saturday morning, and right in Cold Bay, she said this. Well, I guess we gotta push Quick to now.
Yeah.
And from then, that was I think in November, and from then in 6 months time to see how Quick to has grown, it's amazing. All because of that little encouragement that said, well, now we got to push Quick to you, and that is how the Quick to that you see today. That's how it became. It was there 2 years ago, but
Silent.
Yeah, silent.
Okay.
We were just doing
But I
the
see you
job
were
here
starting
and
with
there.
Johnny Cakes.
Yeah, all that
Yes.
all that was started it, because Charity and Ralph, the Johnny Cakers.
Yes, I remember,
Yeah,
yes.
they are good friends of ours. So when we started, they were like, well, something, we do deliveries, but we want to take ourselves away from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's partner together. They were our first partners actually.
Okay.
And that is how Quick to started to get into the vibe of things and begin to develop and grow.
And sometimes having partners or friends as partners, that can be our detriment as well, because it's like, oh well, I know Charity, I know Ralph, I can show up when I want, do what I want, they'll understand. But even with that, when we started off very little at that point, we gave our best. We treated them just like we would
Yes.
treat anybody else in terms of partnership. Our record was always straight to the point. We maintained our friendship on the
Okay.
side, but when it comes to business, we maintain that professionalism as well. So just a little plug-in for those that are starting up in small businesses, that even when you start off with people that are very close with you, that at no point should you ever let down your guard, because it will be very hard to make the transition when
Right.
you become
Yes.
big. How do you explain them that, okay, the little shortcuts we used to do with you, we can no longer do? So always start off right from the start. So
Keep it
that
professional.
Keep it professional. Then we take off the professionalism hat, and then we could go for a drink and whatever.
Once the job is done.
Once
Yeah.
the job is
Yeah.
done. So, and then that's how we
Awesome.
keep
Awesome.
it straight.
But what Darren said there, you lost your job though at the airport, or you decided you see it?
Well, the because of Irma, the situation with the airport, that was what happened. It
Okay.
was, we regret to do it, but we have to do, business.
Right.
Company viability
Right.
takes precedence over
Right.
employees.
Right.
So that, I mean, and it is what it is. I can't fault them for it. They did what they had to do in the best interest of the company.
Right.
And that's totally
You
fine.
understood that.
I
Yeah,
understood that. That's totally fine.
And a transparent moment, because I don't want to give people the false impression like, oh, you have it all together or whatever. It was very hard.
Yeah.
It was like, oh God, how are we
And
supposed
you was permanent, right?
That was on contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, oh God, how do we do this? But at the same time, the flip side of it was like, is it are we going to sink or we going to swim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we going to swim.
But
And yeah,
as a wife, I wanted to ask you because, most relationships, not all, right? The male has a lot of drive and a lot of ambition, not all of them, but most of them, me, myself, my father, some family members of mine. And the female also is more conservative, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know about you, your experience, how did you experience that?
well, let's just say we build on each other's strengths.
Okay.
So for example, in terms of quick to you, I am the one that puts strategy on the table. I'm the one that's on Facebook. If I see Julia Rolex, for example, post, listen, where you might ask, where can I get chicken or fried chicken?
Yeah.
I don't thinking down the line that you need somebody to deliver that for you, because I know you're busy, you ain't got time for that. So I would tag quick to you under your post, and from then, you're like, what's quick to you? And then boom, I engage in a conversation with you. So I'm always that type. Now my husband on the other hand, he's like, well, he didn't ask for delivery services, so he wouldn't go that far, but I'm not that type. So I push in the background, push. So a lot of times we got jobs just because I tagged quick to you in a comment. Nobody asked for delivery service, but I realized this is a food discussion here going on, or this is some kind of Ace, somebody needs something from Ace, Mega Center. I know eventually you're gonna need that delivered to you, so just a plug-in, quick to use on the scene. So strategy, I may also like
marketing strategy.
Yeah, marketing strategy and stuff.
Marketing strategy.
So, and then sometimes you just never know where quick to you will come in for people. So, for example, we're having this conversation now, we might be talking about the weather, and then somewhere along the conversation, I'm gonna plug in quick to you as well. So I use a lot of my skills or the things that I'm good at where that is concerned to get it out there, push it hard on Facebook. We were always in people's faces. Sometimes people, you don't know them, they haven't spoken to you in years, but I still tag them. I don't care, I'm gonna tag you. So
what is your background? You're working also, right?
yes, I am a registered nurse at St. Martin
Nice.
Medical Center. I work in the OBGYN section. I'm an assistant supervisor there. So I do a lot of administration.
So you know Melo then?
Yeah, I know him when he walked and I was like, I know him.
Okay.
I deal a lot with patients and stuff like that. However, I do not bring quick to you into my workplace.
Yes.
Sometimes it's really hard because it's like somebody needs something and then I have to, oh God, but I test it. I see, whatever, but I try not to mix my job with what
with your
we
business,
have going on professionally. But
Okay.
if somebody asks a question, then
Because even
definitely.
so, because you're gonna find people asking you questions,
Yeah.
you want to do something.
Mhm.
You're gonna
Yeah.
find people asking you whatever.
Yeah.
What about like just now we came inside, Brian said, boy, I have a lot of people doing this. How do you guys compete? How does it go?
Competition is always healthy.
Yes.
Competition is there, but the perspective we have is that there's room for everybody.
Yeah.
There's enough. This is something I learned, that there's enough money in the world for everybody to be happy. Okay, there's enough. So we don't look at competition as something that is unhealthy or something that is a detriment to us. We look at it, okay, well, if you start a business, I mean, you have a particular clientele or tribe that you're going to cater to. We have a particular tribe of clientele that we cater to, but what our advantage is, or what we set ourselves apart from, and that's what we always, that's our slogan actually. We save you time, because for us, Quick to Use is the #1 time efficient courier service on the island.
Yeah.
If you look at all, I mean, you've done business with us.
Yeah.
When I tell you, you ask me how soon I take 20 minutes or whatnot, I'm there, and we try to do that with all our clients because, we realize that time is a factor for everybody.
Right.
And if we could save the 10 people that we deal with, at least 3 minutes of their day to do something that they really have to do, but they don't necessarily have the time to do it, that's what we thrive on. So
Yeah.
our competitive advantage for Quick You is the fact that we save you time. Whether it's anything, lines, or you need to go pick up something as simple as a prescription where you don't have the time to do it, we save you time. And
I
also,
think
our
not only that, I think reliable also, like the trust to give you the money to go do what you have to do
Right,
also,
right.
because remember there's bills people have to pay, maybe it's 3,000-4,000 guineas,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And I gave you that trust because you're serious, you know,
Yeah.
and you're, what I like about you are you're consistent. That's very important because anybody can say, boy, I start a business, like Brian said, somebody send a app, you know, you can send an app, but if you're consistent, that's a different thing. Every time I call you, yeah, Darren, you know, I don't call you, it's very seldom I call you, don't pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that I really admire in a business. And my father always told me, if you're going to start a business, it has to be consistent.
Yeah.
You know, if you open 8 o'clock, make sure you open 8 o'clock, you close
Right.
6 o'clock.
Yes.
Don't open 7, 8, 9, 10, whenever you feel like opening, you know.
because
And
then you can just drive away a client. I mean,
that's what, like I always say, you know, me and Brian have discussions here on the radio, you know, about, you know, locals and foreigners, you know. Here in St. Martin, we have a tendency to say, yeah, we're locals this, local that, but, you know, some of our locals doesn't want to work neither, you know. The foreigners that come to St. Martin, when they tell you they open 8 o'clock, they open 8 o'clock, you know. They don't play with the business, you know, but we as St. Martiners, you see it keep happening that they come work, then they don't come, they don't call you, tell you why they don't come, you know. I know guys that have a barber shop, they start good, start to make money. And I always give you an example. After 8, they start doing good, they open 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So is we still have to work on our future and our business.
Like a simple strategy, and I don't mind sharing this because maybe it can help somebody else. If we say to you, Junior, that we're going to be at 9, in our program for the day, we have that we're going to be at 8:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not going to show up at 9. We show up always 15 minutes in advance. So it always keeps us on that, you know, be on time, plan, organize yourself, get there. Even our drivers, they already know. Once we say 8:45, they know, well, we're going to be there 8:30.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, so you have drivers too, yeah?
Yes.
That was my next question. You have employees.
Yeah, well, we don't really call them employees. We
Okay.
call them
Okay.
team members.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember, they still have their own things going on.
Yeah.
So some of them have some of them work.
Okay.
Some of them have their own business as well. But these are people that volunteered to help us because they see that, you know, this is something
Volunteer with
that's
pay.
good. Yeah, volunteer with pay.
Yes.
Because we do pay them.
Okay.
But and that is what I appreciate about Quick You, because people see value and they want to be a part of value. We have people that help us out. Like recently we did a job for where we had to deliver food to the governor.
Wow.
Yeah, to the governor's
Wow.
house. They had a function up there, and we got the job to deliver their food. And I had one of our team members come and help us. It was a weekend, so, you know, pretty much free. But when we have things like that, you know, we call him in, request their help. You let them know in advance, listen, so and such and such. We have this going on. Are you available?
You know-
We have a WhatsApp chat with all of them, and anytime I get a big job, I'll
Right.
just send it out. you
See
know,
who's
listen.
available.
And, I mean, because one thing we learn in this business, because it's really a logistics business, you have to plan. Planning, especially with delivery,
Discipline also.
and discipline. Planning is key. If you don't plan your day or plan your week, you're right to serious problems with the
Yeah.
delivery.
What you know also that you have it's a very how do you say? You have to, they have a name for it, but like respect other people's privacy too. You know, like
Yes.
certain documents people give
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
confidentiality.
It's very- yeah, that's
Yes.
the word.
Very
Very
confidential.
confidential. Yeah.
You know, when we do
Break
a
people
job,
news on the road and things
Yes.
like that.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
because it happens in Somalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something you take out pictures and you know
Yeah.
it's how it
And I think
happens.
we
You know.
have proven ourselves because
Indeed,
the kind
indeed.
of clients we're
Clientele,
attracting like doctors and lawyers and
Yeah.
people like
Some
yourself and
yourself,
stuff.
Yeah.
And when sometimes we do get the documents of stuff that we have to handle, it's like, wow, you really want
Give
to,
it a yes.
you trust me enough,
Yes.
and then two, I respect you even more too for trusting me
Right.
that much.
Yes.
And no way we would want to, in no way we would want to jeopardize that.
Yes,
So
yes, we have a reputation,
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
reputation.
Because
Yeah.
remember, it's still, even though it's, again, even though QuickView is 2 years old, it's still a relatively young business because
Yeah.
it began to pick up after Irma.
Right.
So we're busy building a brand. We're busy
Right.
setting a particular standard for ourselves,
Mhm.
and we don't want to jeopardize that. Even down to the selection of the people that we want to have as team members. These are all people that we trust, because for us, trust was a big issue. Just like
Yeah.
how you have to trust us,
Yes.
we have to trust them,
Mhm.
because we all are part of QuickView, and we all will have at some point to be able to handle some of these confidential situations. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, every team member that we have, we know them, and
Okay.
we can
You
trust
know,
them.
you knew them beforehand, or you
Yeah,
had like
yeah,
a
we
screening
we
process?
knew them beforehand.
Okay.
The screening process wasn't as stringent because, again, we knew them and
Okay.
we
Their
knew
background.
and their background,
Mhm.
and we had interactions with them before. So we understood that, and for us, one of the biggest things that we looked for in our team was responsibility and trustworthiness.
Okay.
Would you be responsible enough to uphold the brand that we are trying to build? You are responsible enough to be able to keep the standard that we're trying to set. And are you trustworthy enough that if we, because sometimes we have to handle cash.
Yes.
Can we trust you,
Mhm.
to handle that? And as a few people approached us, message or say, listen, I want to join you, but the trust factor wasn't there.
That's it.
But
just
when
as
these
simple
came,
as, sorry babe, just as simple as going on their Facebook pages. When
yes.
you start to scroll, it's like, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a definite
Okay.
It's a
no.
definite no,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we can't trust you.
Yeah, the
No.
character.
Character, yeah,
And for us,
behavior.
yeah. Because again,
So you don't really tie them to a contract like, hey, listen, this you gotta do this. You just, or you just talk to them.
no, we just talk. We have an agreement. Yeah, she's the one. That, as far as customer service is concerned, that's her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she handles that. For me, I'm more of the this is the job we have. I'm more of the the planning and the logistics person.
The
Okay,
system,
yeah, the
yeah.
system. Like I posted that several days ago about building a system so that your business can function. That's me.
Okay.
For the 2 years that we were silent, I wasn't really silent. I was building
The
I was building
structure
a
and the
system,
system,
the
yeah.
structure. So,
Good.
so that's why we were able to launch as big as we did
Right.
in November,
Okay.
with everything in place. I had my invoicing system set
Okay,
up.
awesome.
I had a quotation system set up. I just recently set up our online payment system.
Mhm.
So like right now we
People
have
to pay you online.
Yeah, people pay.
Yes.
Right now we have a client that's coming in should be landing shortly, and we are doing some stuff for them,
Mhm.
and they are repaid via our online service. They were just the beta,
Okay.
so it works, and we have the stuff. We're just waiting to get them. So all those things we were busy building in the background, and that's me. That's my strength.
Yeah.
I like to plan as far as that's concerned, where the system is going to go, so that like we were on vacation last week. We didn't have to micromanage. The system managed the business. All we would do is check in occasionally. We'll check this, go to this person here, their collection needs to be made here, things like that. But as far as running the business, that was it.
But Darren, how does it feel working for someone and now that you're on your own? How does it, the transition,
Just last night I had this discussion with my wife, and I was like, boy, working for someone is good, but to me, working for yourself is better. I honestly believe that working for yourself, it forces you to grow up faster. Because now you are placed in a position where you now have to determine how you are going to survive. When you're at the job, you depend on the paycheck. That's fine. I mean, you have your sick days. You could go by the doctor, sign your yellow card for 2 days, and you stay on 2 days, and you feel like walking today, or you're genuinely sick, and you feel like walking, you sign your doctor card, you go home. 2 weeks ago, the flu had me gone, on a Sunday, mash up, bad. But I had a job on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So what I had to do, I had to make sure that during that day, I get as much rest as possible, drink as much vitamins, juice, rest, so that in the evening I could go and do my job.
Get it done.
Because and it forces you
Without letting the client.
to realize that there was a problem. Because and again, in building a business, like you said, reliability and consistency. if our clients realize that one day you're not as consistent as you are,
That's it, eh?
that's it. That's it, and that's not what we want.
Yeah.
So sick as I was, I had to go and get the job done. So it forces you to grow up and be responsible for yourself.
And it forces you to utilize the resources around you. For example, Facebook for me 3 years ago was just something to scroll on and
Yeah.
you know, you waste
Now
a
that
few
you're in
times.
business,
No,
right? It's
I'm
different,
like,
right?
Yeah.
I need my phone, I need to be on Facebook, I need to be scrolling and stuff. Some people will be like, oh, I'm off of Facebook for a year, just taking a break. I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
I need Facebook.
That's your business, yeah.
That's my, my way of contact with others. So if it wasn't for Facebook, we probably wouldn't have had that client that we have today.
Okay.
So tagging, I'm gonna keep tagging y'all. If y'all are on my page, I'm gonna keep tagging you, because even if it's just for that one client that's coming from the US today, it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know, she saw us on Facebook and it's like, okay, when I get to the island, I need like this amount of groceries, whatever. Can you handle it for us? Of course. So before she gets here, it will be delivered to her room with some nice packages and stuff like that. And yeah, we got some nice surprises for her.
Awesome.
So she'll be back to the island for sure,
Yeah.
and stress-free, worry-free. And yeah, this is what we look forward to.
And what about how do you look in the future? Innovative, you know?
Yeah.
I want you to say everything.
I know.
You know, but
But what we're going to say is that for right now, quick to you, the plan is to expand regionally. We are at the stage now where we have a few international clients. We did some work for some people in Angola. We're busy. And another thing too, our service is something that we also prize. We're working with a client right now in St. Croix who wants to do something for their mother here. And we are, going around getting quotations for them, send them the information that they need, because all that's a part of building a brand, building a service.
Yes.
And, so those are things that, we prize ourselves on. Even though it's not really a delivery you're calling us for, but we don't mind going and asking questions for you and then giving you the information and you decide what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, when you need, because you are not here, but if you need something delivered, you can call us because of the service that we gave you, even when you didn't ask us to deliver anything.
Correct.
You see? So it's all about that long-term strategy and going as expanding as the #1 time efficient courier service in St. Martin. That's how we want to brand ourselves. When you think about Quick to You, the first thing you think of is these guys, they really do save you time. They really do save you time.
and to be a little specific, so you do bank payments. Tell me a little bit.
Yeah, our services include bank payments. So we do in bank lines, we do deposits, we do check changes,
Personal
transactions,
and business,
corporate transactions for you. We do all that. We do bill payments, so we start in GB line, we start in Telem line. If you have bill payments can also include, receivers payments, the tax payments and stuff like that, because that's a bill you got to pay to the government.
You want to say the price or you want to?
No. I mean, they call you. They can all the information. www.quicktodelivery.com or check us out on Facebook, and then you just message us, and then we
So if they want to know the price, they call you and
You want to give out your phone number as
and
well?
everything. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
also
we do that.
send emails out. So if you provide us with your email address, then you get a more detailed
Breakdown
on
as to how it works, because we did that. One of our retainers, we have clients on retainer as well, and we sent out the code for them. We had that all outlined for them, and we got the bid, we got the job. So so listen.
lunch too. If somebody want to eat something.
Well, for the SOS listeners that are listening now, you want to give out your contact info, the phone
definitely.
numbers? Go ahead.
You can call us at 580-6925 or 520-5555. That's again 580-6925 or 520-2555. You can also email info@quicktodelivery.com or visit the website quicktodelivery.com or
So you have your own
Facebook.
website.
Yeah, own website. And on our website you could get also see a list of all the services that we offer. But just to continue to do bill payments, we do, I said bank runs already, we do document runs. So if you have a letter you need to deliver to a lawyer's office on the French side, Because we did that for someone already. We do that as well.
So you do both franchise and
Yes.
We island wide now. We island wide. We do island wide.
Anguilla, we have.
Angola. Yeah, we have clients in Angola. We also do.
You wanna elaborate on that bit?
But I busy with the services.
Oh,
first.
sorry.
With the services. We have the document runs. We also have we do package pickups. Yeah, so we go to Safe Cargo.
Right.
okay.
We go to EBS.
Interline, etc.
Yeah.
Whatever packages you have, we do that as well. So and then we also have food deliveries, which is our main driver, where we do breakfast deliveries, lunch deliveries. A lot of people do because we also do we have partnerships with some caterers,
Okay.
like Chef D, Kareem Brooks. We do the Johnny Caker Raff and Charity.
Yes.
We also do Mandy's Catering Delights, Amanda Bedminster. So and they all have their clientele that
Right.
they utilize our service to deliver their food for. But aside from those, we also have individual clients that would call us randomly. Listen, like on Friday, just on Friday, I had a client come from Kale, wanted Chinese food from this particular restaurant in Point Blanche. We do it.
Right.
Yeah, we do it. I mean, wherever it is, we get it done. And then we have an additional, so because we can't cover everything, so we
Yeah.
have another section that says other. That is for whatever, miscellaneous, pharmacy pickups, dry cleaning, laundry, drop-offs, pickups, stuff like that. Yeah, so those are 6 of our services.
So you
My next question would be now, does the traffic hamper you in any way on St. Martin?
The
Services.
traffic, the traffic plays a part, but that is why we plan ourselves accordingly. So we always take into consideration the traffic. That's why when I tell you, at a time, I take into consideration where I am at the moment,
Yeah.
where I need to go, how many jobs I have before you, and all that too is a part of time management. You see?
No motorbike then, no?
Yeah, no motorbike, not yet. You say that, not yet.
No.
Just now, we working on that, but no bike yet. Because it also helps us to plan, okay, if you need something done that I could just pick up and drop off quick, I don't have to wait for anything, wait online, then I can tell you, okay, I'm here right now, I can be by you in 10 minutes. I can do that, and then there's maybe another job I have where I have to stamp in online, I will, okay, push that back because I know I have to stamp in online, but I can
Yeah.
get your job done first.
Right,
You
okay,
see?
okay.
So it's all about time management and time efficiency.
But another thing, we have our partners, or let's say, sorry, not partners, our team members. So if I'm in town and this is like 12 o'clock midday, you're getting over Colby Hill right now.
Yeah.
But one of our other drivers is somewhere in Colby, he'll handle that for us. So one of our agreements is that they always have their quick to use t-shirts in the car
Oh, yeah.
on hand,
Okay.
just in case. They're okay with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we can literally call them at any time if they're
Okay.
available. I mean, no
Okay.
pressure, of course, if
Yeah,
you're available.
if you're available.
And then they help us. But it always works out, thank God, that if we're in a jam, that one of the drivers are
Yeah.
there to help.
I was just gonna ask that because
Yeah.
sometimes you get certain clients or maybe wants it done right now because it come up, and you need to get somebody to do it for them, and especially if it's your top client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then you have your people that line up to do what you gotta do. What about time based for family? How do you guys? Because I have that problem, like I have a wife, I have 2 sons, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I stay over hours, and
Yeah.
it becomes
Well, for us, in terms of family, I really try to prioritize my family above.
Yes.
So my from 8 on our quick view page, our published hours are 8 to 4. Alright? That doesn't mean we can't do anything after 4. It doesn't mean that. It just means that after 4 o'clock is fine because I gotta pick up my son,
Yeah,
I gotta pick up from work, and then my son is 2 years old, so I mean I gotta help out at home
Yeah.
because he's a toddler running around being energetic. So
Right.
I try to prioritize, listen, if we have any jobs to do, I try not to take as much after hours jobs because of family time. That is something that I value. I don't want to lose family at the expense of business. Because for us, success has to be on 2 planes. Your personal life and your professional life. If your professional life is all good, but your personal life is waning or it's dropping, then you really ain't successful in any sphere.
Both of them affect each other.
Yeah, both of them have to
Yeah.
affect each other. So for me, I prioritize family time. That is why one of the reasons that's why we left us. That's why we left to go on vacation, because that was time for us.
Right.
You know, the business still ran.
Even though you take a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You still
Yeah, you still, yeah.
Because
Even though, yeah, I know.
because
but
I mean, it's 6
It's
months
not-
old,
yeah.
it's a baby, you know. But family time, because I believe if I prioritize family, everything will take care of itself, you know. And if I prioritize family, she's good, he's good, then they'll be more willing to want to help in building this, because
Right.
then they don't feel neglected because I'm putting more effort into this.
Correct.
Well,
But-
some
right.
people can misinterpret what we mean by prioritize family. They might be like, okay, well, that means I gotta think about my family before I think about the business. Nobody gonna get in between that. That's not what we're saying. If sometimes we're going for dinner, for example,
Yeah.
and somebody calls to talk about quick to you, we don't shut off our phone to say, well, we had a dinner, so we not. No, it's a business that we're trying to build.
Yeah.
You know, so my husband would say, okay, babe, somebody's calling on this, so I would say, okay, so who do you think we should give it to or hand it
Okay.
to?
Yeah.
And then we decide as a family, okay, let's give it to so and so for them to go and handle the job or whatever. So that's what we mean by we put family first, meaning he has to communicate with me before he makes any decision.
Yeah.
He has to speak with me. For couples out there that are thinking about going into business together, you cannot partner together in business until you've understood how to partner together as a married couple. So what we're learning or what we're doing now in business is something that we've been doing all along, just being husband and wife.
Okay.
I can't go, even if I go down to the supermarket and I say, well, you know what, let me just get cheese. And my husband not coming back, no, we could just gone for cheese. But if you realize, you know what, I need a lot more other stuff, you need to call. You can say, babe, I know I said I'm going to pick up cheese, but this might take a little longer time. I'm going to do a big shopping. So he could know whether he should proceed with whatever he's doing or whatever. Little communication skills like that helps a lot. So now that we're in business together, I don't care how much big of a deal Mr. Julian Rolla is going to come with, my husband's response to you will always be, I'll get
Gotta
back
check.
to you. I have to discuss with my
discuss it.
business partner. No matter what, even if we have the money there on the table.
Yeah.
Because I could, when we get home, I could tell him, Julian say he want to go in business with you, but I just seen down the road and somebody say, and he say he want to sabotage people's business. No. But that's information that my husband probably wouldn't have had,
Okay.
you know. So little things like that is always good to put your heads together, but don't think it's gonna work by magic. It's something that you need to have as a
To build,
culture
yeah.
from before.
For sure. And another thing too is that, being in business together, sometimes it allows you to see and to experience your partner in a different light. A lot of people win because they just go to work and have a job or whatnot. There are certain aspects of them that you probably won't see. But when you become business partners, then you begin to see, okay, well, I really didn't know you were good at that, Like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
example, with the whole marketing on Facebook. I mean, I know she was good at marketing, but
When
the
she
way-
started, it's like,
yeah.
whoa.
The way how she
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't want to say lurk, but always up to date with who needs something.
Yeah.
Normally I would see notification on my phone where Charmaine Wilson tag quick to you in this, and I look somebody that we don't even know or not even friends with us, but she just happened to be somewhere scrolling and see something, and she reads into it like, yeah. So those are things. The insight that you get from that is amazing, and then it in the fact that you're able to build something together, that is also important, because now this is something that both of you value.
Right.
This is something that both of us value. So
Yeah.
we can get up in the morning. It's not like we don't. I'm not a nurse, so even though I like to hear how her day goes, I can't relate to it. But
Yeah.
quick to you,
Yeah.
you can relate to.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
it now forces us to begin to think about, okay, well, how we could do this, how we could do that. Hey, don't forget you have to go to here today. And don't forget you have to, she's always on me, listen, you post something for quick to you in 4 or 5 days,
Right.
But
Yeah.
And so things like that, it makes you aware of what you have and what you want to build and where you're going. Before we continue, I want to talk about the Anguilla clients, for those that are probably listening, how we do it for them is you let us know what it is you need, whether it's a package pickup, because the one we did most recently was a package pickup. We go wherever it is, your package is Safe Cargo, UPS or wherever. We pick up the package for you, we front the cost, okay? And that's something else we do. We front the cost, and then you just reimburse us.
Okay.
At that point in time though, our online payment system wasn't up and running yet. But now it's up and running, so now, you know, our international clients or clients are not in St. Martin, or even those who are in St. Martin, if you want, you could pay us, you know, pay online, all right? But for that, you would have to, you would contact us and we would give you that information.
So we put it on the boat for them.
Yeah, put it
and
on the
we
boat,
make all
and
the
we package
arrangements
it,
and stuff, yeah.
we go, we find out what boat is leaving, or you tell, or they would tell, let me talk about this client. This client, I asked him, okay, is there a particular boat you would like it on? Is there a particular time you would need it? For all those things we take into consideration because, again, this is our business, so we can do whatever.
Yeah.
We want to cater to your time and your flexibility. So they said put it on the last boat, no problem. Then we put it on the last boat, give the name of the boat, take the name of the person, and the person received it, and the name of the captain.
Okay.
You know, and we send that information out to them, and they
And
got
we
this
call
stuff.
them.
And we call them and let them know that, you know, we put this
Yeah.
up on the boat, and we message them to find out if they received their stuff.
Okay.
You know, so
Efficient.
And I wanted to ask you, Darren, what do you think, because, you know, in a country all over the world, over here, United States and all over, government always have a role in a country, you know. What do you think government can do to improve business or small business within our people, you know, because within our people, small businesses is very, well, sometimes people get demotivated, you know, and they just like forget it, you know, especially when you're especially when you're setting up your own thing, your own company, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. The challenges you have, just let me know what you
well, first thing, I want to kind of, and we were talking about this after we about small businesses, and that's a term, I know it's common, but that's a term I really don't like, because I prefer to call it emerging businesses, or growing businesses, because the goal of business is not to stay small.
Yes,
The goal of business is to grow, and once you start, you emerge as a business, but your idea is to grow. So I like to call it emerging businesses or growing businesses. And it's challenging, of course, because listen, to go from having a paycheck, you know your budget is this, you know you're catering for this amount, to go to not so stable income. Some days you make $20, some days you make $5, other days you make $100. So you always have to, you know, make sure and cater to the fact that, you know, your budget is a living document, a dynamic document. So you always have to cater for that. And for small business, growing businesses, you see how common it is that I just said. For growing businesses, that is something that we need to take into consideration. That, you know, you don't take your job mentality into your business mentality.
Yeah.
The mentalities are two different things. If you were making a set salary, you can't expect to come into business and make that. So you have to expect that you'll suck salt for a while. You have to expect that, you know, until you build up the credibility and the momentum that your business needs to move forward, right? And to answer your question of what I think government can do, I believe that government needs to, or should, let me not say needs to, because I don't want to command anybody.
Yeah.
But I think we should take into consideration the era that we are living in, all right? And what I mean by that is, the way people made money 20, 30 years ago is drastically different than now. One of the reasons why we got an international client was because of our online payment system. And I think that if we cannot come up with ways, innovative ways to tap into the global market, right, that is going to be a detriment to many small businesses, growing businesses, emerging businesses, whatever you want, whatever phrase you want to use, that's going to be a detriment. Because now you are actually stifling those businesses from growing or capitalizing on the outside world. As long as, because listen, wealth, and I always say this, wealth is tied up in people. In other words, the more people you can reach, the more wealthy you can become. Why do you think Apple is so wealthy? Why do you think Bill Gates is so wealthy? Because he built a product that could have reach out to the globe.
Globe, yeah.
In St. Martin, we have products that can reach the globe, you know. The problem is we don't have the resources to be able to harness whatever the resources are to bring it here via the World Wide Web. And that is something that I think should be tackled, should be looked into, to be able to begin to, you know, bring St. Martin to a more, one, up-to-date age, more relevant age, and two, to really give people the opportunity to become wealthy.
Yeah.
That to me, if once we can at least start there, you'll begin to see, because then you'll be surprised. In the US right now, there's a guy that I follow, and he was doing a webinar, because that's something I do not. I mean, webinars. You know?
Right.
And in his webinar, we were talking and whatnot, and he, you know, was promoting a course that he's doing, and he charged $79 for it. $79, right? $79. Think about that. $79 is not even a pair of Jordans here on St. Martin.
Yeah.
Good. The webinar was for 2 hours, but he only promoted that course for, let's say, 20 minutes out of that 2 hours. By the time that 2 hours was done, that gentleman amassed over $15,000 from a $79 course from people all over the world.
Yeah.
Where are we, what are we doing to have that kind of effect happening on St. Martin? You want to break poverty, you want to break the back of poverty, you want to break, you know, the cycle of dependency on create those opportunities. Create those opportunities. And you'll see a change.
You know what I think
You want to say
also?
something?
I just wanted to add that the things that he was sharing in the webinar is nothing different than what you share here on a weekly or what Lady shares on a daily. You know, it's just that they have that platform or the means to attract.
You know, also what I believe, and also we talk about it, is when I was in school, they teach us you get a job, you know, so you get a job and you buy a house, you know, so I believe they have to start it from a young age, you know, talking about business in school, you know, because when I was at a young age in school, we never talked about business, you know, think about it, we talk about history and, you know, biology, and you gotta
and
go
all the
on.
source is good, you know.
Yeah,
That's
no,
perfect.
I'm not saying it's not, you know, but you see now,
add on to it.
I'm in business today because that's all I used to hear when I was at home, you know.
Your father.
My father, you know, you always did something, or you always onto something new, a new project, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I also believe what they have to change and explain what is money, you know, where does money come from, what you can do with money, you know. Brian, you can give me a little take about that, will you?
No, that's very good
But
what
you
you're
also-
saying. But what Darren was touching on too is the online capabilities,
Yes.
which is powerful.
Because you could
But we could tap
yeah,
into that.
Yeah, we can tap into that because sorry to cut you
No,
off.
go
I just
ahead.
wanted to say this. You can teach them. You can have all the curriculums you want, but if the platform to be able to apply what you are teaching them is not there, then what you're
Yeah,
learning
that's
is
what I'm
for
saying.
naught.
Yeah.
So it's a hand in hand. You gotta teach.
But the
curriculum there.
capabilities to do webinars, that's available for anyone.
That's
right?
available for anyone,
We
yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
We just need to have that good source of internet. And the same knowledge that we're spitting here on the radio,
Yeah.
we can do it worldwide.
Exactly.
You know, but it's about teaching the kids that, hey, that's a platform
That's
you
a
can tap
platform
into.
you can tap into.
You
So listen,
understand?
there's 7.some billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me
Yeah.
that at least 1,000 people can be a part of your be a part of your tribe and buy into whatever it is, by what you're saying. And I'm not saying to just go and sell nonsense in it.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying, because I don't want to leave with people with that impression that, well, you could just go online and sell. No. You have to provide value. You know, value attracts value.
And when you say that, you know, I think that's to show you how the world is, right? People even sell nonsense and become successful over that.
Yeah.
Or scam people, you know, and
Listen
people
to some of the
imagine
rap
people tend to fall for these things
Mhm.
instead of listening to you talk on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example, you know, and tend to fall for money as fast. I was taught always that there's no such thing as fast
Fast
money. That's me. I don't know about other people. Maybe other people consider that, yeah, of course. But my father taught me it doesn't exist. You know, you have to work to make money. You
I see
know.
what you're saying there, but your father taught you. I heard you mention it several times in this interview. Your father taught you, your
Yeah.
father taught you. There is also where it needs to begin, you know,
Yeah.
at home. Because now, listen, we in business, and our son, listen, there have been times that I couldn't find anybody to watch my son. She's at work and I have a job. So my son is right there, 2 years old.
Yeah,
So
with you.
even though he's 2, in the back of his mind, his subconscious, he's registering that, listen, but my father is working for himself. So in the
Yes.
back of his mind, when he grows up seeing that, he can be like, well, listen, well, if you could do it, then I could do it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that part in the home is so, and that's why I say that I prioritize family. Because at the end of the day, if I'm to leave a legacy, it's going to live on through him. And he needs to be the one to say, listen, I learned this from my father, and I learned business from my father.
Yes.
I learned how to speak from my father. I learned this way of thinking from my father or
Defend
my
yourself,
mother or my
you know,
parents, you know.
don't take this,
So
don't do
it
that.
begins at the home. But if we don't have a culture like that in the home, if the culture in the home is only go to work, then all we're doing is creating that cycle over
Right.
again in the next generation.
Right.
I just want to say something to the ladies who are in partnerships with their husbands in business. I don't want to make it stereotype, but we do know that sometimes women are a little weaker in the sense that when there's money, we want to go shopping and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yes. That's good that you talk about it. Yes.
So I just want to put this out there because I just feel like this might help somebody out there that there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to close your eyes to until you can reach to that place where you can plan to do shopping or to go shopping.
There's nothing wrong with it, eh?
Yeah, nothing wrong with it,
Nothing wrong with
but
shopping.
plan it. So for example, on our vacation trip there, that was my opportunity to shop a little more than usual.
yourself, yeah.
Treat myself. But you can't always do it spontaneously. So a lot of times I have to avoid going to town. I see a lot of nice shoes and stuff that I like to wear and stuff like that, but you have to close your eyes until you can get to that place where you can take out or withdraw from what you have.
Facebook too, eh? Facebook, online.
Yeah, all
Like,
these.
those things now, it's just everywhere now.
Yes.
You know, it's not only in town.
Yeah.
So
you
it
know?
takes a lot of
Yeah.
self-control. One of the strategies that we use were not to walk with our ATM cards.
A credit card.
Yeah.
Or credit cards. We don't walk with it anywhere. If we have to spend anywhere we go, we walk with, let's say I walk with $20 and I know when that 20 done, it's done.
That's it.
And I have now grown to practice myself to still leave back $5.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. But we didn't just come to that place just like that. It was really hard.
It's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process of
But getting to this place, True Quit to You, really has taught us how to do that. And now, like we went on a trip, I was able to shop, but I still didn't
overdo it.
overdo
Yeah.
myself because now you're so conditioned not to overdo and how to control yourself. You know, and then to make do with what you have. You know, if you don't need an extra shoe, leave the shoes alone. Work with what you have. So it may mean that you don't buy a pink shoe because a pink shoe can go with most, colors and stuff. So you stick with your blue, your navy, or your nude, whatever. Stick with those kind of things. And, those are just little strategies I just want to plug in there. Because then that's just adding more stress to the man, for example, if he's the stronger one where that is concerned. And it puts strain on the business because every time you make, you're pulling out
Yes.
from it. And that is not a growing business.
Correct.
It's not an emerging business.
I also see that, what is very important too, humbleness, and see that in you indeed, because sometimes, male works hard and the females tends to get arrogant sometimes, and it's very important. No, humbleness is very important because today you can be here, tomorrow you can be
Yeah, yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
can see Irma,
Yeah.
the richest man became the poorest man,
Right.
So that is something we all have to try and stay humble, all about starting.
Quick question though, is there a balance in your team, male, female? Do you get more male, more female that wants to partner with you?
Well, right now we have all males because those are the ones who have reached out to us. The only
Okay.
female is my wife.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
And I don't screen females. I even do that. I ain't doing that. So yeah.
I think that's the best idea.
That's a good idea. I
But
try
it was
to-
not intentional.
It was not intentional.
No.
So
Power
we're
to
not
the women.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
not gender biased
No,
or
no, no.
that. I don't want no feminists or women
Yeah.
contacting me saying you know no. That's not the idea. It's
No,
just
it
how it
just-
happened. Okay, it's just
How it
it's put
happened.
out there. But yeah. That's who we are right now. Again, we are growing, so the possibility for that to come to existence is there.
Right.
But as of right now, that's who we are.
Very good, very good.
But brother, I want you to give your last words, and your wife also to give your last words. We're gonna reach into our final time.
Okay.
You know.
No problem. For all those who want to be involved in business, what I want to say is that don't let people fool you into thinking that business is the easiest thing or the one-stop shop or the one cure for all the ills. As good as being in business is, sometimes you have to be honest with yourself and say, listen, can I do this, or am I able to help someone else's business grow? We gotta be honest with ourselves and say that, you know, business is good, but business is not good for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, you gotta be honest with ourselves and say that, and if you determine that business is good for you, then you need to figure, okay, what business is it? All right? Because everybody, listen, on a small community like St. Martin, everybody's doing the same thing. But you need to figure, okay, what is you going to do if you do the same thing? How you going to do it better? And what's going to stand out for you?
And just to add on what my husband said, if you are currently employed or have a steady job and you're thinking about going into business, you may not be ready to just leave that job yet.
That's a good point.
I have always had this idea that, well, once I want to go into business and I have a steady job, then I must quit immediately. So I have learned, and we try to explain that to other people, that as long as it falls under the contract agreement with your current employer, that you can have a side job or a side business, that use the job, the income that you're getting from that job to help build your side business or side hustle, as some people would say. You don't necessarily have to leave your job. So let's say if you're making $2,000, then you can put aside $500 every month to build that business. Yes, once it's in agreement with your employer.
Because once you leave the business, your bills don't stop.
Yes,
No,
don't stop. I
bills
want to
don't
ask
stop.
something before we go. That we in touch about failure. You ever felt it? You know, I felt it once, and you know, it's not a nice feeling, but you have to deal with it. You know, I don't know about you, but let me know about you. Just a little bit on
Failure,
that.
yeah. I mean, listen, Quick You didn't start off, you know, how it
Yeah.
is now. You know, we had a month where it wasn't what we wanted to we were doing now. Let me say it like that. But failure for me came in the form of being let go.
Yes.
From that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you dealt with it.
That
Yes.
to me was a low point, and it transparent moment. She doesn't know, but on the inside, it was eating me out. Like it was also causing me. I was upset, but that anger or that upsetness was leading down to depression. And I'll be honest and say, I was going down a part of that, and it took her. Well, I believe it was God using her to tell me, well, now we gotta push Quick to you. And that moment, that's when everything changed, because then I realized, okay, well then now you on board now with Quick to you.
Yeah.
Then we can push this thing. And 6 months later, here we are.
Yeah, you saw your plan B sitting
Yeah.
right in front of
Sitting
you.
Right in
in front of us.
Awesome.
And
So-
since we're here now, we've had like 2 employers reach out to him, like, okay, you wanna work for us now?
And I'm like,
And we like trying to wrap it around our head.
Wow.
Nah,
yeah, how-
Wow.
yeah, I'm
we
like,
can't.
Yeah.
Because if we do, how do we let down all of these people? No.
Yeah.
That is something too.
Yeah.
You know, when you're giving a service, you feel like
Yeah.
you know you're committed to these
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly.
So that
How
is
am I
something,
gonna-
you
I
know.
can't do that to
We
me.
But that
can't.
is good because
We
you know
really can't.
I wanted to touch that because you know I have a lot of people that failed and believe they cannot make it no more. Like you say, they fall into depression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially
Well,
after
to be
Irma, a
honest,
lot of people in
to be
Samani
honest, yeah.
fell into depression.
Bro, you
So
will
that's why,
fail.
yeah,
You will
yeah,
just get in your mind, you will fail at
yeah,
some point.
yeah.
But
yeah.
do not allow, and that's why it's good to have somebody in your corner.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to have somebody who will pull you up and say, listen, we stay here now.
Yeah, yeah.
We stay here.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have her, I probably would have been. Quick Tea would not be how it is. I'm
Right.
telling you. honestly.
Yeah, that's true,
Quick Tea would
because
not be what it is.
sometimes when you reach home, you feel like you can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Like your fiance or fiance is there
Wasn't
telling me,
for her, Quick Tea
listen,
would
you
not
gotta
do
do
it.
this, what you gonna do now? You
Yeah.
gonna stop? What
No.
you gonna do?
Yeah.
So then like that, I just be like, boy, let me go back,
Closing words, my brother. We gotta go.
Guys, thank you so much, man. I really
this was
appreciate
really
it.
good.
I want you guys to really keep pushing and keep moving forward, brother.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Right?
St. Martin family, thank you so much. SOS Radio, thank you for having us. Thank you for Darren and his lovely wife coming in. Some young St. Martiners pushing their business. If you just joined us, quick to use a delivery service, give them a call 580-6925 or 520-2555. St. Martin, thank you for your time. Remember, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose because time waits on no
Strictly
one.
business.
Take care.